Coming up next, from Golden One Center in California's capital city, Sacramento, the Mavericks taking on the Kings. For Dallas, they're on the road in a hostile arena. They know they can grab a win in this environment, and their chance to prove it starts now. Kings, Mavs. We'll be right back on 2K Sports. It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Take a look at the Mavericks. They're down at the 7th position right now. Decent start to the season, but they're looking to make a move. And, of course, Sacramento. And they're down 4 spots from them.
You know, right now, Dallas, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's got to be frustrating for them. You can't dwell on the past. You've got to think forward, work together, and play for one another.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. They've got McCaw. He's out there with Hawkins. And it's Beasley in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Sacramento, we've got Ball, and it's Bush in at the point guard position. And, Greg, here we are, not yet halfway into the season. For players, has the wear and tear already set in?
It can. Sometimes it's the accumulation by the end of a season, but other times it's just a challenging stretch that can leave you reeling.
And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Tinsley. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
Well, 9 times out of 10, that probably is a miss, but somehow he finds a way.
Here's Waters, defended by Paul. Pass to Beasley. And the wing jumper offline. Now Tinsley. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Misses from short range. Here's McCaw. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
The assist, Hawkins.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at punting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
And it's in there.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Beasley outside. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Misses the layup. For Sacramento, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by O'Brien. Dallas with the ball. This game against Sacramento is the first time they've met this year.
And although they were the better team last year by overall record, this was a competitive matchup for them.
Here's Waters. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. McCaw misses. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Tinsley. Tries again. A shot by McLeod, no good.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chipping.
From 17 feet out, and he connects with the jumper. McCaw's got 6.
Hawkins.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Tinsley. He's covered by Hawkins. Again, the miss by the Kings.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
But you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
And here are the Kings now. The Mavericks making the shot. There's the three. Again, the miss by the King.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Here is Hawkins. Hasn't made one yet. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Timeout. And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. A different look for Dallas. O'Neal's checked in for O'Brien, and it's Pollard in for Hawkins. The Kings trail by 7. Shot from free throw range. No good off the front iron.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Pass to McCaw. There's the triple. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Gordon kicks to Tatum. To the middle. Here's McLeod. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Here's McCall, defended by Gordon. 27 seconds left in the first quarter. McCall with the bucket.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Gordon deciding where to go with it. It's rebounded by Waters. Here's Pollard. And that one, good. And that concludes the first quarter of play. The Mavericks on top, leading by 9. Live from Golden One Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, what's your take on the Mavericks so far?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, Pollard is out there with McCaw. And it's Stokes in at the power forward position. To the wing right side. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to 6 and the bucket from Bush.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the three. It's really that simple, guys.
For the Sacramento Kings, GA, the expectations for this group have risen.
Well, it was about just making the playoffs for this franchise and breaking that drought. Now, Kevin, it's about advancing in the postseason. Just getting there isn't good enough.
That free throw missing. It seems every season, Doris, we have players speak out on being unhappy with their roles.
Well, consider, Kevin, that if you're one player on a roster in the NBA, how coveted each of those spots are, but also how competitive they are. You don't get there without that nature, which means you want to play.
Good on the second free throw. Here's Tatum. 9 points last game. Launches it. It's rebounded by Dallas. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
And really, I thought what was the difference in that game, offensive rebounding, or the lack thereof. A lot of one-and-dones in that game.
You know, if you're going to create more points, you need to create extra possessions. And getting wiped out on the boards kept that from happening.
For Dallas, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
The first one falls, so both teams making some changes here. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
From 17 feet out. Rebound by Schroeder.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Pass to O'Brien. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. The Kings trail by 11. Here's Gill. Unloads from 13. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Here's McCall. Tinsley covering. McCall misses.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Commissioner Silver has been direct. The NBA is hoping for more competitive All-Star games. Now, they've said as much before, but last year's high-scoring All-Star game did precede the league's not-so-subtle move to cut down on foul calls and allow for more defense overall. They are trying to get it right. Kevin?
And it couldn't be a great game without defense, so we like the direction. BA, thank you. Sacramento again missing.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And he's good on the 3-ball. Collard's got 6 points.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
And the Kings making a change here. Sims is checked in. The Mavericks also with a sub. Beasley's checked in for Schroeder. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Sims, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
The Kings shooting their first free throws of the night right here. That one is off. And the Mavericks making a change here. Waters is checked in. And he sinks the second. Hey, Greg, one thing that the Kings have had work for them over the last few seasons is their depth.
And have made some shrewd moves to fill out their bench. Got great contributions from their 6 through 10 players. It's been a big part of their recent success.
McCaw with the bucket.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
And Sacramento has possession. Following the score by Dallas. And they call an illegal screen here.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Here's McCall. Down low. Here's O'Brien. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. O'Brien's got 6 points in the quarter.